Okay, boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Dot Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Husband Bird, Betty Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And we coming at you live, man, at 5:36. This gonna be sharp, reacting to that new Diddy documentary that 50 put out, and then as well as 50 coming out on that ABC interview a couple of days ago talking about the documentary. So two different clips from Sharp, man. Shout out to Sharp. Go over to the Sharp one, subscribe, like, hype, stuff like that. Yeah, man. But we gonna get into this. Appreciate everybody liking, comment, sharing, subscribing, hitting the notification bell so I know y'all there, so I can throw it to you in the air. Follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, hype, share, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it.
Yeah, but let's dive into it real quick, man. Get it out the way. Yeah, but let's dive into it real quick, man. Get it out the way. Yeah, I really do feel like for the boy 6ix9ine, man, shit, he ain't tripping off doing 3 months. He did longer than that. That's cool. Whatever. Man, did I see the 50 documentary? I did. And just even because I feel like this is bigger than the 6ix9ine, man. Fuck him going to this snitch ass nigga going to jail for 3 months. We already know, hey, he can go do it. He done did it before. And you know what? To even call him a snitch, how can I even call him a man? He one of the greatest niggas that ever moved. 6ix9ine shit, nigga. You get a crown for that shit. You done moved. Cause he moved past the snitch. Nobody gives a f. Nigga, he's still getting bread. That's a nigga that won to me. Keep it a band. That's a nigga that won. Come on, homie. 6ix9ine. Everybody glorified it. How you glorified it was by just talking about him. Nobody cut it off. See, when niggas snitched back in the day, or just, the traditional way, nigga, you was dead. Nobody spoke about you. You didn't get f***ed with. Hey, man, you iced out. Now it's like shit. Nigga get thrown in the tabloids. Motherfuckers talking about him. They keeping it moving. You don't do nothing to that boy. They ain't gonna let that boy live. And to dive into that Diddy shit, I'm gonna be real with you. To be honest, I don't really think 50 hated on him. It really was eye-opening. If you watched it, I watched all 4 episodes. It didn't really scream to me that I was afraid of anything in the situation. Hell, even when I was listening to the Gigolo speak about the situation, he was like, shit, she was the initiator. Who are we talking about? I mean, I think we already know. She was the initiator. She was the one they called. He said, man, shit, I just got done. He said, man, shit, my friend said I should try to be a gigolo. He said, I do it the first 2 weeks in. He said, I get a phone call. He said, the girl sound cute as hell on the phone. He said, I end up showing up. He said, man, she got a red wig on. She opened up the door. He walk in. He say, man, the nigga Diddy come downstairs, or supposed to be Diddy at that time. He got a motherfucking shirt wrapped around his face. And that nigga's just a freak, gang. He just want to be a part of something. They ain't mind paying, and they paid the nigga. That shit, that's some tricking. When you ever seen a trick really go to jail for some years? I don't really feel like that hurt Diddy. I feel like it really just showed what was going on. Wasn't really nothing fucked up. Them bitches like fucking with him. The one girl, no offense to her, I don't even know how she ended up there. The girl from like 91 or something like that. It was a girl from back in the day. I was like, your shit didn't even stand. Nobody even knew whether to believe you or not. You just got that close. You got into the finals of whose story may sound real or not. Man, that nigga paid that gigolo good as hell. He said, man, I got about 6,000 every time. He said the nigga didn't even engage like that. He said, man, shit, it took him a long time for him to even become a part of the circle. He used to just watch them do it. Come on, man. Trick behavior. Trick-yon behavior. That nigga even said, man, there was a certain day that he said, man, that nigga would always fly me in. I think it was saying on the day, like it was when somebody died, whether it was, what was that, Biggie? I think it was the day Biggie died or some shit like that. He would fly the nigga in, man. It was me. He said, man, it was like clockwork. He said they would find me and they'd have me come on through. Now, I still don't think he had something to do with Pac's death. No, I don't. I really don't. When you really listen to the story, homie, that shit was just gang related. Man, listen, the boy, man, them niggas took a chain from them niggas. They saw him in Vegas and they got at him. That shit was just some retaliation. That's why the story came out the way it did now, because the boy that did it to him is dead. The nigga that killed Pac is dead. That nigga died in like 99. You got to really listen to the story and piece it together. Keefy D told that shit. Ain't no nigga going up in there telling on himself that has something to do with it. No, he just witnessed it. He saw it go down, and the boy that did it is dead. You can't lock a dead nigga up. He died back in like 99. Some shit like that, that boy been gone. Yeah, he been gone. That's why Keefy D was so quick to bring out the story. Nah, he died on some gang shit too. Y'all gotta understand, it's the West Coast. When you really look at the story, them niggas jumped on him. Suge is a very well-known man from his section. Them niggas terrorize shit. It's the way it is. Pac riding with him. Guess who they see? Hey, man, shit. Pac jumped on the nigga, too. Start trying to stomp the nigga out. That's what he did. They say how they even seen the nigga was, they said they heard a bitch screaming out the car like, hey, there go Tupac. They got pulled over for loud music. The niggas say, man, shit, them niggas would have got away if we didn't hear the bitch sit there and scream, say, hey, you know, and this just shit that I'm hearing on the documentary. I'm like, all right, well, shit. They say shit, we wouldn't even have knew. They had Keefy D's whole statement in that motherfucker. His voice, he's sitting there getting recorded. He said, man, we wouldn't even have knew, my nigga. He said, we thought the niggas was going to the 6-6 Deuce, the 662 club or some shit like that. They was waiting outside. They say the niggas never showed up. They say, fuck it, we gonna go get some liquor. They go get some liquor. They see the niggas pulled over by the police. They get pulled over for like some loud music shit. They hear the screaming out the car talking about, hey, there go Pac and all them. Boy, for real. after they just got done doing something to the boy. He a well-known reputable from a certain section in LA. Y'all just jumped the boy in the MGM. What the fuck you think's gonna happen? They say he allegedly, this what they say. You know, they was fucking with the New York boy. He drove his car down. That shit happens during fight weekends and shit like that in Vegas. Niggas do that. But it don't mean that they're not gonna come down toting. They say he had a little trap compartment. Nigga had a pistol. They say he grabbed it, and that's what they had, and they made the move. The niggas get let go. They say, man, shit, we see them niggas, man. We just, hey, go bust the U-turn and catch them. The boy Keefy D said, man, shit, Suge Knight looked dead at him. Boy rolled down the window. They say he popped him. The boy starts shooting, so they say. Whatever, right in the documentary. I'm like, he started shooting. He say, man, shit, I thought Suge was dead too. They say Suge got hit in the head. He say, man, shit, I thought Suge was dead too. To be real with you. That's why when I heard it, I just say, man, this shit was just genuine retaliation. Now, there was talk about them, you know, Diddy, because there was like Diddy saying he gonna pay $1 million to get the nigga Pac, whatever, right? Whatever the case may be. I don't think he paid nothing. Why? Because it wasn't really on his accord. They didn't go get the nigga when the nigga Diddy was mad about it. See, time went in between. Niggas don't be as mad as they once do. Real shit. Niggas don't be just as mad as they once do. I don't think any payment went through. That's why I say Diddy don't got nothing to do with it. Now, did he want it to happen? Maybe. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But it didn't happen on his accord. It just so happened that it lucked up because you know why? Them niggas end up getting into it with them niggas. Because there was a chain that was took in the mall when the nigga was in LA. Not Pac, but one of their partners. That's what I think happened. When I look at it, I've been in the streets, I kind of see how niggas move. I'm like, I just think it was just kind of like a luck up because there was already a problem and the nigga wanted to catch him. And yes, they did know the New York niggas. They knew the one boy that was down here that they say they got the pistol allegedly out of his Benz. That knows Diddy. But I just feel like if that shit was really gonna crack like that, they would have got that shit off already. No, it's they jumped that boy in that casino and the niggas was mad about it. The niggas is really, they was really from their section. He jumped on a little baby factor. You know, Pac and they team, they jumped on a little baby factor, homie. Them niggas was mad. Was hoping to catch them in a whole nother place, end up catching them niggas on the strip. I don't think Diddy could have wanted that to happen. And I'm trying to tell y'all this, chat. Diddy could have probably wanted that to happen. It just didn't happen on his accord. And I think like, hey, that feeling of being mad at the time, that shit already subsided. Them niggas got into it with him on a whole nother note. I mean, you should send another couple hundred too. You want to get back in my good graces. But, and maybe that's being truthful. But when you really look at the situation though, right? Them niggas was not there on Diddy's accord. My boy got jumped in the MGM. He wanted some retaliation. Mind you, them two different hoods, man, at the end of the day. And Pac being who he is, nigga, shit, you running under Suge, homie. Yeah, niggas will respect Suge. And no, there might be some heat that come from that, but nigga, it's fuck you. Shit, you can get your ass up out of here. And he's the bread and butter. You get him out of here, Pac out of here, nigga, that's really gonna hurt. Nah, don't think niggas went and did that on that accord, bro. That's why Diddy never had no problems from that. Because they didn't go and do that crime or anything that happened from that because there was money involved. Yeah, there was some shit that was said, but that shit happened way later. And it didn't happen because they saw him on site. The niggas wasn't staking him out. It happened after that boy got jumped. Let's be real. Why do you think they keep always showing that? Man, that shit wasn't why it happened. If that was the case, the story would have already been cracking before he got jumped. Like, hey, we gotta get this nigga. This nigga's in Vegas. He's at the Tyson fight. I'm just saying, if them niggas was really on money, they just thought about it like, hey, well, didn't he want him gone anyway? Well, shit, let's see if we can get the million. Nah, you ain't getting nothing. Because y'all didn't do that on his accord. You didn't do it because Diddy was like, here, I'm about to give you this million, go get him. Yeah, y'all might have talked about it, but y'all never did shit. Y'all did something once the boy got jumped and then thought about the payout that was on his head. Oh, damn, we really checked him out. Y'all was really riding for me. That boy was riding for himself. The boy that popped him, and y'all was riding with him. I'm just saying, when I listen to the documentary, I'm like, shit, when you break it down, Diddy really didn't have nothing to do with it. Could have been talks, but didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm just keeping it a band, homie, when you really look at this whole situation. You can't overlook that. That shit was just really retaliation. And why you can speak on it now is because, and why Keefy D even did, because the boy who did it died. Somebody killed him. He died a long time ago. I'm telling y'all, man, you better watch what be really going on. For real.
Whole deal, right? Now, here's the other thing, right? Keep that in mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Shmurda got jumped by some Somalians. Now, I did hear some little shit about one of his rings coming up missing, but I didn't hear about him getting jumped on. I fuck with Bobby. That nigga wild. I like him, man. He just seemed like he living his best life. Man, I gotta speak on it because I find it really unique. I like that word for this situation. I find it very unique that, you know, for Diddy, they hit him with the prostitution charges or whatever, like, you know, transport, whatever, you know, pandering, whatever the fuck they tried to hit him with. I'm like, bro, they had one prostitute they used for 8 years, the same one. There wasn't, and even if there was multiple or, you know, a whole bunch of different people. Shit, there was nobody else even in that documentary. There was only one person. It was a man. And if you really look at it, if you get your eyes unglued from the bullshit, it was the bitch that called. She was the initiator. If you really think about it, she was the one that called. If you didn't watch the documentary, hey man, you should. But if you could really dissect some things, I just started put my bifocals on it. And when I looked at it, I said, well, damn, she was the one that called. Am I tripping? I mean, damn. It wasn't him setting the shit up. I'm just saying. Yeah, he might have came downstairs on some freaky deaky shirt around his head, but she was the initiator. Shit, she opened the door. He didn't. The boy told the story. As I keep looking into it, I'm just like, damn. She initiated. He said, man, shit, she opened the door. He described what she was wearing all the way to the red wig she had on. Oh, she played the part. I'm just being honest, man. You know, when we get to dissecting it, man, this type of shit I like to dissect. And I find it real funny when people don't know how to really look at shit for face value. It was never him, it was her. But boy, there's a will, there's a way. Always collect 200 and go, don't she? I'm just saying. I think the whole situation is weird. They just wanted to put a nigga in jail. If you really base the situation off what was really going on, he really didn't do much. The man was a trick, man. I don't know. I've seen these white men trick off for years. They never have really too many problems from the situation. What was the deal with him? Somebody was tired of him, homie. Whether it was singing and dancing in all the videos, whatever the case may have been, somebody wanted to see him sit down. You know who deserves an Oscar for the shit that he pulls? Because I think a lot of these niggas try to imitate what he got going on and what he's done. Here's Orlando Brown. That man is one of the brightest individuals to ever step foot through the internet. And he don't even come from that. He comes from being on TV. That was the place you had to be. It's a whole different wave these days. So, I got to tip my hat to him, homie, because he is an intelligent individual. And I think that, he's been able to capitalize off the internet to what people like. Shit, that ain't even got to be him, but he know what people like. So he do the shit that people like. It's going to get the bread. It's going to get the money on. That shit with Meek Mill, though, I don't know. That man left hints and trails or some shit. I don't know what was going on. I ain't gonna say what they was doing. It ain't my business. I'm a man that I respect other people's privacy. But, some of the stuff he was saying in songs, like, I never forget or regret the shit that I did with Diddy. I'm like, and then all that extra shit come out. I'm like, I don't know what that shit really mean, man. Like, I still like Meek Mill music, man. I got nothing against bros. 50 just a troll. Let's keep it a band. 50 Cent just a troll, homie, like at the end of the day. It keeps him in the limelight and it gets under niggas' skin so that way they could be talking about him or doing the shit, just keep people talking about him. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what. When Diddy get out, I think it's going to be some real funny shit. And I think he's going to expose a lot. The man get out soon. I mean, shit, he only got 50 months. You got to remember that come with some time served to him already sitting his ass up in there. And I've been seeing the videos too surfacing of him and, and him up in there, fucking with BP. You know what that stand for, boy? BP. I don't think so, though. I see more videos of that going around than I've actually seen of the videos of, or just even people talking about how he organized a Thanksgiving for people to actually eat correctly. Yeah, we heard about that for a stolen moment. I ain't got nothing against 50. But I do think it's kind of crazy, like, that a nigga would take that much time to try to, like, kick a nigga while he down, another black man. It's not like he can control what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? When we out on the streets, you play the dozens, yeah, nigga can kind of control what's going on. And I get it. Money don't make you real. It don't. But see, in 50 world, I can tell what type of dude he is. It does. It pisses him off that Diddy's richer. But he feel like, man, he ain't no real nigga. Man, well, shit, go get more money than him. I feel like you didn't like that about Diddy because, like, Diddy ran shit. You wanted to probably run it just like him. Maybe not with the, the freako shit, or the freaky shit. Like, that's that man's personal preference. But in all, you probably want what that man had. Just to keep it a band. That's the only time I ever see niggas acting like that about the next man. Oh, my mama, boy, my 38 years. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Just saying, if you real, be real. Some niggas take, joy in being petty. I don't know. I don't look at life like that. So I don't really, that shit don't really do nothing for me. I'm just being honest with you, like, real one, the real one. Like, all jokes aside, internet bullshit aside, the man in jail. The man sitting down on me. I mean, at the end of the day, 50 wouldn't want to do it. See, that's what y'all fail to realize. This ain't about a nigga's story life told, whether it's 50's story life told. Man, far away from the context of where I'm at in the situation and how I'm even looking at it. Come on, let's stay together here. Let's stay together here. I ain't kicking no nigga down, man. If he ain't never did nothing to my family, he ain't never, like, even in jail, like, man, fuck that. I get it. Code done went out the motherfucking window. That shit don't even matter no more. What's code? Having honor. Honor amongst thieves. I get it. It's went out the window. Even if you ain't like a nigga, man, hey, you still had to respect something. Shit, nigga ain't even got no reason to not like you, and he still ain't gonna respect it. He gonna wish on your baby the worst ever. Yeah, that nigga might have his BM. All right, cool. The bitch gonna be the bitch. I've always said it. I always run it back to that. The bitch gonna be the bitch, man. It's all about how you move at that point. You gonna be bitter with the nigga that got her? Cause see, the problem is, and maybe these rich niggas forget that. The problem is, and maybe you might not need to hear from, who am I? But you niggas always think that, hey, that bitch off limits. Nah, nigga. You gonna lose her the same way that you got her. Most of the time, hopefully the bitch do stay down. Shit, we gotta look at the glass half full. But you think that just because you shake a nigga hand or you done fucked with a nigga for you say you cool with a nigga, hey, he shouldn't fuck with nothing around you. Boy, you crazy as hell. That ain't the way this shit work. I hate that about niggas. They always, you think you shook his hand, homie. Everything about you should be off limits. That nigga probably 9 times out of 10. And just for the average cat. Some of these niggas don't even know where that bitch even came from until after he fucked her or then did something with her if he's a nigga that's moving. Real niggas don't look at the next nigga, bitch. Shit, the only time he look at her is when the bitch pop up in his face. Real ones anyway. Especially niggas that you really don't got no relationship with or no attachment. Niggas be so mad about a bitch. And some of y'all niggas fail to realize, remember how you got her. Shit, I don't be mad at him. I get it. It's the way it goes. Sometimes. Late night for me, probably early morning for others, man, but welcome. Y'all know what it is. I know I don't be on too much no more, man. Shit, I just, I gotta let you miss me a little bit, Yeah, we don't sleep around this motherfucker, you dig? So I'm fully dressed. I mean, shit, man, I'm always dressed, church. I don't know. I ain't really, I ain't one of them niggas shit. I'm gonna do that shit regardless. So when somebody say, man, shit, I think that's what be tripping people out. Like, man, he be fully dressed in the middle of the night. I mean, shit, that's just how I move. I don't know. I don't think it's really got to be even a city thing. Hell yeah, I done fell off. You right. Fell off like a motherfucker. You right, bro. I mean, shit. You wanted to trade places? Go ahead. That's what some of you niggas want. Shit. Some of y'all be sitting there saying, man, you fell off. I mean, shit. Just show me. I mean, shit. You want to come get on? You doing better? I see you, Alicia. You feel me? They always hating on a nigga like me. I don't get it. For what? I do to you. But I already done said it though before. Some of these niggas be mad because you know why? You done caught your bitch watching me and shit like that. I get it, church shit. I don't be, hey man, I just tell the truth. Shit, you can't block my channel. You ain't got to be around it. I'm like this every day. Shit, nigga, it ain't no, don't think it ain't like this. See, when you think about me, you be like, oh, well, I wonder what Sharp doing. Nigga looking just like this and doing it well. You feel me? I love correcting it though every time. When they say, man, well shit, a nigga fell off. Okay, I mean, well shit, you gotta show me what that means. Cause like I've said before, man, shit, I know what fall off means. I've seen it before in my life. Way before having some fame, whatever the fuck you wanna call it, shit. Motherfuckers knowing you. Shit, nigga, I know what it's like to be fucked up outside, boy, and this shit ain't it. I'm just keeping it a band. Y'all wouldn't turn the heat on shit. I'm just keeping it a band, church. I don't really know what that would mean when a motherfucker say you fell off. I'm like, man, fell off? I mean, shit, I just got done eating earlier, man. I mean, I ate a very good meal. That'd be very disrespectful to what I got going on in my life to say, man, shit, I fell off. I'm fucked up. And shit, I done took some time off. Show you it ain't no problem. Took some time off, man. Shit, catch some clarity for me. I love showing up and still shining and still putting in their face and never missing a beat. Stress the number one killer. No, I don't do drugs, buddy. I smoke weed. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do. I guess that's what you can call drugs. I drink and I smoke, but I don't, I don't get in. Not every day. I don't sit there. That ain't me, church. I guess you got to really be around me to know me, you know? Yeah, man. So I said, do another interview with Mark Collab. You know, it's crazy because I was just in Chicago with him. You know, we was at a prestigious party. We was at the 50th anniversary Players Ball, man. We was together. Man, that boy Mark slid in, man, shit. $20,000 mink. So look at my man's go. I love him, though. It was a good celebration, man. Shout out to the bishop, the Archbishop, Don Magic Juan, man. Happy birthday to him. It was an amazing party. It was prestigious. I mean, shit, Cat Williams was in the building. He had it cracking. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I really hate that it's come to an end. Because that's the last one that'll ever be thrown, you know? So it's definitely it was an amazing time. It was amazing to be there, be in the city of Chicago, man. I appreciate Chicago for showing love to us West Coast players, us coming through. They showed nothing but love and support. My nigga Lil Mike, he opened up, say his doors, man. Shout out to the South Side. Shout out to him. He opened up his doors to me, man. Shit, shout out to the West. Shout out to Brick and Bricks and them opening up the doors to us, man. Shit, Chicago showed nothing but love, man. Straight up, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, for sure. I won the MVP, by the way. MVP award. You know, means a lot to me. You know, and to some of you square shit, I mean, I guess it don't really matter. I mean, but shit, to me, I made sure, hey, the last one, Chicago came on with some hardware, you know? So that was amazing. It was a beautiful thing, a beautiful gathering, beautiful birthday party, you know? So like I said, I appreciate the Archbishop, you know, General, Minister Seymour. I appreciate them, man, you know, just even hosting like that, man, and just having such a prestigious party, man. I got to see a lot of my friends, man, a lot of people I ain't seen in a long time. So it was definitely a dope experience being out in the city. Yeah, man. Shout out to Chicago, man. Shit, it was definitely got to definitely see some culture, man. Shit, went over there, hit that Blue Note over there off of Roosevelt, man. That shit was cool. Just, you know, Steppers Club. Went and hit Bricks, man. He got a cold little spot right there. Went to Visions, you know, just went in a couple spots, man, real quick. Yeah, it was cold to the motherfucker out there. I ain't gonna hold you. But I mean, shit, I was equipped for the weather. I already knew shit. That shit was about 20 degrees, 18 degrees. Shit, it was snowing the night we left out the ball, man. Shit, it was a beautiful thing. Blanca, I appreciate the fire, man. Salute and support. See you from Texas. Nothing but love. Yeah, it was definitely cold to the motherfucker out there. But like I said, I enjoyed myself. It was a fun experience. You know, like I said, I just hate to see it come to an end, man. Shit, that's 50 years. Yeah, I was down there by the Lakeshore. It was cool. I stayed right there off that, now that I'm gone, shit, I can say it's nothing, but I stayed right there off that, right over off that, what's that Walton. You know, it's all the stores, everything down there, man. You go get you something good to eat. I ate some good sushi. I stopped over there by the Doc B's. Doc B's is a cool spot, little fresh kitchen. All that shit downtown is cool. We ain't hit the Foot Locker on State. I had to do that, man. Black truck. I hopped out, man. They going crazy up in there. You know, it was fun. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a minute since I've been to Chicago, so to be back like that, man, shit, it was cool. It's nothing but love. I was on the west side. I was on the south side, man. Shit, I was everywhere. Yeah, all good things come to an end. Man, all I can say is this. It was one of the best ones I probably ever was at. You had to be there to feel it. You know, RIP to Kenny Red, man, because, you know, the general, the concrete general, I feel like he was there in spirit. And I know damn well if he was here, boy, he gave anything to be there for that one. He'd been going longer than me. You know, shout out to Kenny Red, though, man. I miss him. And I know he would have been there. Big Pretty shit. He would have been there. RIP. Lost some good ones. Yeah, man. Lost a lot of good ones that wasn't able to be there. Got to see my man Virgil. Shit. Grandmaster Virgil was there. I said my man Roddy Mack, man. I got to see a lot of famous players. Pippin Ken, shit. Pippin Ken spilled liquor on the back of my jacket. I told him too, he said, man, what'd you say, Shop? He's like, man, you know how I be drinking. He said, you know, I don't be drinking. So when I get on, he said, last time I be drinking was with you. Yeah, no, it was fun though. Yeah, I had a blast, man. Got MVP, man. Shit, most valuable. Yeah. It was amazing, man. Great feeling, shit. I done touched them all. Shit, ain't nothing else to touch, man. Ain't nothing else to do besides this. Right here with y'all. This is what we doing. Yeah, this was the last one. Shit, man. This was shit. That ain't going. That was it. I don't know. I just know the old man. He don't want to. This was it right here. This was the last one. He just don't want to do them no more. Whatever that reason may be, shit is that's how he feel. Yeah, so I'll be the last MVP. Last MVP, man. Don Juan Players Ball, man. Archbishop. Last one of that era. I mean, it'll never happen ever again. Shit, I had some red bottoms on. Shit, that I won. One of my first ones back in the one that I felt like was top shelf. Well, shit, all of them was. I can't say that, but like I remember winning a prestigious one back in 2019, and I had a certain pair of red bottoms on that I won in, and I ain't gonna lie to you, when I was in Chicago, shit, I retired them motherfuckers with the MVP shit. I retired them right there in Chicago. Didn't even leave with them shit. They on the south side. Left something to the city of Chicago, man, for sure. To my partner, man. Shit, they over at my nigga Lil Mike house, sitting up. Yeah, but let's dive into it real quick, man. Get it out the way. Yeah, I really do feel like for the boy 6ix9ine, man, shit, he ain't tripping off doing 3 months. He did longer than that. That's cool. Whatever. Man, did I see the Yeah, my little, hey, man. Much love to my nigga Devin Haney, too. I got to talk about it. BH, hey, man, shit. Y'all putting it, it seems like all the puzzle pieces is coming back together again. They look good. But Devin always had hands, man. I hate that, like, these days, you can't even get into a fucked up fight like the situation with him and the Garcias. And when he had fought, the boy Ryan Garcia, it's like, didn't want to let him live it down. It's like, bruh, they say the boy was on something. I mean, this is a known fact. He say he didn't know what was in it. Yeah, I mean, somebody must do, because, I feel like with these boxers and these athletes, a lot of that you're taking in, whether it's, food or supplements, anything, somebody giving that to you. Somebody giving that to you, man. Good fuck what nobody say. You you on a regimen. Whether it's something as simple as whether it's something from GNC store or something as simple as a CVS, nigga, somebody know what they giving you. They might have laced him. I don't believe that. And shout out to the Garcias. Much love to their family. I with the little brother Sean, that's my homie. I went to go see him and his family up in like North County, San Diego. I went to the podcast with him, sat down with him. He was talking about he wanted to jump off the porch with it. So I came and did one of the first ones with him. Shit, I was right there in their little training camp. Good people, good family. But yeah, when it come to the situation that happened with Ryan and, Devin Haney getting down, I feel like that one need to get ran back. Shit, Rolly Romero sat that boy on his pockets. That's the little homie from the north out here with the lisp. Put that nigga on his pockets. Like, here, bro, I'm going to show you what it's like. That's what it's like to run up on a nigga on Shine and Civic Center. Yeah. You gonna see him. He gonna have a lisp. Like, what are you talking about? What's the problem? I ain't gonna lie, Rolly looked good in that fight. You think it was a payday? Like, where it's like, I feel like I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I feel like that's what Amanda Nunes pulled when her and her girl was expecting a baby. Respect to that, but you just lay down and get choked. You knew the odds was crazy on that shit. Some of these fighters don't be betting against themselves. I mean, shit, you'll see more money that way than you do the purse. That's why I don't believe sports anymore. Not like that. It's like when there's so much money involved, that's like you and your people making a bet and then y'all just talk about trading some shit. The trade just gets up so big. It's like, hey, you just want to trade? We don't even need to worry about who winning shit. You ready to let this shit go? I'm ready to let it go. Let's trade up. He can get that big. For a motherfucker like, man, I'll take the L real quick. Fuck it. How much? Shit, that's gonna set me and my family for the rest of man ever. And shit, I can go on and keep winning again. Denzel Bernard, I appreciate you. Say who appreciate the 10. You said who predict a win with upcoming fight, Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Man, that's money. That's a good question, man. Denzel, like for real. Like my prediction, honestly, is there's so much money involved, who knows? I'll tell you what, I guarantee you that the boy Anthony Joshua, like that boy, he ain't stacked up like Jake Paul. Not money wise. Fuck no. And Jake trying to, like, no offense to him, because I know he been working real hard. He do be, you know what I'm saying? He is trying to become a world-class boxer. But I feel like he knows how to get back on top. You got to get back on top and being talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get back on top, man. You got to put somebody on their pockets. You ain't putting nobody on their pockets since my boy from the UFC, Tyron Woodley. Nobody respected when you knocked out Nate Robinson. That wasn't for real. That was just funny. But then when you went and did something to a world-class UFC fighter, that's when they was like, whoa, okay, hold on. But I feel like that shit has some money involved, to be honest. Justin said, Sharp, can I live with you? No, you cannot. You're living with me right now. We're living here together. You'll never predict a paid fight, man. That's a payday. That's something that I can't give Jake Paul his respect on. He's changing a lot of these athletes' lives, man, from UFC fighters, boxers. I mean, Tommy Fury had to put the hands on him, though. That's Tyson Fury, little brother. And that boy been boxing since he was a kid. He outboxed him and he beat him. Tommy Fury, that is. He beat Jake Paul, no problems. Jake looked good, though. But in retrospect, I mean, when you start fighting niggas that can really box, that's why, you know, I feel like with the situation with Javante, because why is, like, you know, that fight been stopped? That shit kind of cold to me. Now, all of a sudden, oh, man, he's got allegations. Man, it's always, and I believe it, too. I believe that these allegations came because it's always a bitch. As soon as she see a nigga that she with that probably ain't fucking with her the same way she feel like he should be, about to get ready to get a payday, she try to put a fucking pin in that shit. Hold on, nigga, you got charges coming. I know this was going to slow your program down. It's fucked up because it's like, damn, you bitches love broke niggas. You got to. Because once a nigga get ready to get a bag, you're trying to hold him back from getting it. I know why. It's because it's not with you. So, of course, you don't want to see him have it. Hell no. You're not going to show me a time to where, you know, you're going to be better without me. Chicks don't accept that shit. It's crazy how you got all these allegations. You chicks know what y'all be dealing with, man. Stop acting like that. Like, I don't really... It's like, you know, you see it. Let's just say slap the nigga up the block or up the street. You think this shit's cute when he's doing it to somebody else, right? But then once the nigga does it to you, he's crazy and deranged. No, Charbla, no, my nigga Hollywood, man. That's my nigga. Get it right.
Okay, boom. So you heard Sharp, man. He said Diddy then got destroyed by 50 Cent in that documentary. Talked about a couple different things, man. Like him getting the award at the Players Ball the other day. He was talking about Bobby getting jumped the other day. Uh, what else, man? Yeah, but basically he just said, yeah, 50 destroyed Diddy in the documentary, man. Shout out to Sharp. I'll go over there to Sharp One, go check him out, give him a like, share, hype. We out of here to the next one, man. Follow me on Discord, Twitch, Kick, IG, TikTok, hype, share, hit that notification bell. We gone.